Time now for some food. Well, there's always time for food, isn't there? And it's time to meet tonight's chef. It's Marta Yanci, owner of Marta's Kitchen. Welcome back.
Hello, thank you.
Great to have you back with us with some wonderful ingredients all coming together. Before we get on to tonight's dish, though, tell us about Marta's Kitchen. Obviously, Marta, of course, won our amateur chef competition last year and has now taken up the life of being a chef. So Marta's Kitchen, the new launch, when can we expect it and how are things going?
Things are going great. Steady, slow but steady. We're hoping to open beginning of January, mid-January, if everything goes well. So we're going to have, as you know, the catering, and then I'm going to have something called a culinary forum, where we're going to have some talks about food, about specialized ingredients. It's going to be myself and then some of the other chefs of Dubai.
And when is this culinary forum taking place?
It's going to take place actually just next door to our professional kitchen. So you'll be able to see how we're cooking next door while you learn some tips about
Talking
cooking.
of tips, obviously we know that last time you were in, you provided some of those canapes that are going to make you famous around here, around the city. This evening, though, we're going to talk about another passion of yours, which is getting children to eat healthily.
That's
You're a working
right.
mother, you have children, you know how difficult it is to get kids to eat certain foods. So what are you doing for us tonight?
Well, tonight I'm preparing for you some fish croquettes, and we're going to serve it with pink mashed potatoes. The reason for the pink mashed potatoes is my son Lucas does not like beetroot, and beetroot is very healthy. It's very rich in iron, folic acid. It's a great antioxidant. So I want him to eat beetroot, and he just won't eat it. So the other day I thought I'm just going to blend it with the mashed potatoes and see what happens. It turned out beautifully pink, and he loved it. So I just thought
I think this would be a very easy way to get kids to eat some seafood, because I know that kids aren't particularly too fond of eating fish, and I think this will be a little bit of a trick to get them to eat all of that. Now, Marta, what are the first few steps involved in fish croquettes and pink mashed potatoes?
Well, I've got the potatoes boiling here already with some salt, and then for the fish croquettes, I've cooked a little bit of onion. I've added the fish to it, and then we're going to let it cook for a while. We'll then add the parsley, a little bit of flour, and then slowly the milk to make it creamy. We want to make it look creamy.
So in terms of the fish that you're using tonight, what is it?
Cream dory.
Cream dory,
which is a fish kids generally like, but you can use any fish. We can do it with salmon, for example, if that's something your kids don't eat.
So you find that certain fish appeal to certain children, or certainly the palate grows with more time?
My son, for example, doesn't eat cream dory.
He
so
won't?
I wouldn't, no, he won't. He won't. So this would be a good
Put some beetroot with it, make it pink.
Yeah.
Who knows what
Exactly,
happens?
yeah, or blue, who knows, yeah.
Pink cream dory. What we will do, of course, is post all of these ingredients on the Facebook page and a few tips from Marta so you can cook along at home. Marta, we'll let you crack on with the proceedings throughout the evening, and of course we'll be catching up with you throughout the show to find out more. Well, after all that talk about food, I think we should go and see...
It's just making me hungry now.
I think we go and check that Marta's, she's doing her bits and pieces. Let's go and find out how those fun fish fingers are getting on, the fish croquettes. Marta, how's it all going?
Everything is going well.
Is it diabetes free? Would you say that?
I think so, yeah. Everything that I cook is diabetes free, yeah.
Okay.
So I've cooked the fish already and done it into a bechamel, and I've done the little balls already, which are coated with egg and breadcrumbs. I've fried a few here, just so that you don't burn yourselves when you eat it in a couple of minutes. I've finished the potatoes, I've cut them with the beetroot, and I'm going to have to blend it. And what I've done is, I wanted to show you earlier, but I've got it in the oven right now. With this pastry, I'm going to do some little baskets so we can serve the mashed potatoes in them. It's just a way of making it cuter for the kids to want to eat it. Yeah.
So part and parcel of this, going back to psychology, as Petra was just saying, is the psychology of the food on the plate for the child.
Definitely. For the adults as well. I believe it's all about presentation, isn't it?
Yes,
if you get mashed potatoes or beetroot or fish or whatever it is presented in a beautiful way, you at least would want to give it a try.
Make them pink.
All right, Marta, we'll let you crack on. Fish croquettes with pink mashed potatoes. The recipe, of course, is available on your Facebook page.
We're back after the break to hear about the latest blood donation drive.
Average.
Is all positive for female. Yes, as from.
Well, we have two winners on tonight. We have one winner on tonight's show. Diabetes history.
That's going to be revealed on our Facebook page. So get yourself on there, facebook.com/Studio One Live, to find out who's won those tickets. Right, it's almost the end of the show. Almost the end of the show. We'll have to see, however, how that pink mash is getting on, because Marta has 60 seconds left.
Okay, so I took out the little baskets out of the oven. Now, you see I've kept one so you can see how I did it. I just basically put some toothpicks, and this is just an aluminium foil. We remove the toothpicks, and we were talking about presentation and saying how important presentation is. So I got a surprise for you. We're going to serve our food in these cute little baskets for the kids. So we get our croquettes, we stick them in here. You can find this at Tabola actually. So I know you have Tabola as well. I just put some ribbons to make it look pretty. Oh, wow! Sorry about that. There you go.
Okay, got just
Wait a
over
second.
30 seconds left.
Okay. I've got the pink mashed potato here. It looks nice and pink, as I told you. It looks almost fake, but it's not. So we're gonna put it in the baskets.
Into the baskets.
That looks pretty.
Great stuff. Well,
There you
unfortunately,
go, we're done.
we're going to have try those. That is Marta's, well, funky fish fingers, the fish croquettes, and of course the pink mash. That's just
A
about
bit
it
of
for
parsley
tonight's
on
episode.
top.